All right. So when I left off on the last stream, I had just given my ticket and authorization to ride Oscar, but now he's telling me I need to go get it signed to the benefactor. I have to go to their office, which is all the way on the other side of the map, to put a stamp on the ticket so that I can leave this place. Yeah, Syberia is pretty old. I got the first and second one on sale on Steam. I think it was right before the third one came out. Bonk. Thank you for the bonk. I appreciate it. Thank you for the bonk. Shit. Why I don't like her in full screen than it does anytime I misclick. And it puts me in a void. Yeah, the first one came out in 1999. Old. Like a Nancy Drew game you played as a kid. I didn't really play many PC games as a kid. The only time I was even around PC games was at the library, and those were like Freddy Fish. Although, so. From the library, yeah. What do I put in there? Alright. Now I have I can go all the way back to the other side of the map to get back on the stupid train.
Oh no, I forgot the notary will be resting.
Probably so that dumbass fucking Oscar can tell me I need something else from the other side of the map before I can ride the train. I'm a gnome. Gnomed. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to go over here. Sorry, I'm just wasting time. That's God damn it. What's the objective? Well, right now I'm trying to get on a train, but the dumbass train conductor is being an asshole. So I have to run across the whole map doing a bunch of shit so that he will let me ride the train. Objective for the game overall, I'm not sure. Just, yeah, it felt different. Well, I mean, I had to give him legs earlier. Like, when I met him, he didn't even have legs, so I had to give him legs. Probably just take those back from him and leave him rotting on the chains where I found him.
It's me again, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Oh, like half an ass, yeah.
Don't think.
Train release.
Here. This is your stupid train release ratification, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. That is perfect. Bruh.
No, I gotta give him my train ticket.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker. Keep it.
I don't understand why we can't leave. I'd hate to think it's me that's delaying the train like this.
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate Walker.
TTS,
but
what
I
does
am
that
afraid
mean?
that not all departure conditions have been fulfilled.
If that's a joke, Oscar, it's not very funny. I really need to find Hans Vorarlberg as quickly as possible.
I have strict instructions
Text to
to obey.
speech.
There are 3
okay,
spaces
I
in the luggage
understand.
compartment that are designed to
Yeah, I don't
accommodate
know.
2 very important objects. The train can only depart when they are in place. Please excuse me now. I must return to my departure preparations.
Oh, I wouldn't want to break any rules.
Wow. Wow. I wasn't really paying attention to what he said. What do I have? Oh. Unlock.
No point weighing myself down.
Still nothing on the train that I need to do.
It's me again, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Rolled up with laptop and heated blanket on couch. Kate also loves heated blanket. Sounds like a good time.
Why aren't we setting off, Oscar?
I must abide by regulations. Your ticket, please, Kate Walker.
I already gave you my ticket.
Don't think for one moment that I'm bored of you, Oscar. But I have to go.
I also have much to attend to, Kate Walker.
Well, if you would let me ride the fucking train, then get it over with. For a goddamn ticket.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker. Keep it.
I don't understand why we can't leave. I'd hate to think it's me that's delaying the train like this.
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate Walker, but I am afraid that not all departure conditions have been fulfilled.
If that's a joke,
yeah, I might
Oscar,
do that.
it's not very funny. I really need to find Hans Vorarlberg as
I've been trying to
quickly
play,
as possible.
Less
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces in
what's
the
the
luggage
word?
compartment that are designed to
less
accommodate
needy
2 very
games,
important
I
objects.
guess,
The train
at
can only
first,
depart
just
when
to
they
see
are
how
in
the
place.
streams work.
Please excuse me now. I must return to my departure preparations.
Oh, I wouldn't want to break any rules.
So he needs 2 objects. said. What objects does he... That guy from earlier was in here helping me. He helped me out a lot. Oh well. Yeah, I haven't played too much of Life is Strange. The last thing I remember happening that I actually got to was the tornado, but that was years ago, so I don't even remember what the context was or anything. Cracked it now. Alright, so there's nothing else over here that has train. Does it actually refer to Syberia? Is the title just them trying to be cute? No, so basically, hold on. The rundown is she's here to try and merge a company that makes automatons into their big conglomerate toy company, and she's there to try and convince them to do it, but the person that she was supposed to make negotiations with is dead, and it turns out that the only heir to the family is in Syberia. So right now I'm trying to get on the train to get to Syberia, but the automaton that runs it is an asshole. Won't let me join until I fucking go on a wild goose chase to do every possible thing at every part of the map before he'll let me do anything. I can still see it. Hold on, let me read it. SVU and the Toymaker dude. But they couldn't get him because parents wanted to keep hush money. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. You might have to censor it. I kind of played with settings, but I don't know how much me playing with stuff negates what Twitch automatically censors.
Kate, it's me again.
Dan!
Yeah, I
was
could
gonna
see the
call
whole
you.
message. It's just,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
show up on chat for
Are you
anyone
mad
else,
at
I
me?
don't think.
I've just called Marson and Lormont. They told me you weren't expected to return this week.
Oh, yeah.
So when are you coming home?
I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. The situation is kind of tricky, you know. At the beginning of next week, I hope.
Yeah, whenever.
Dan, please. Just hang in there, okay? The stakes are higher than I thought, and you know how much I love this job.
I suppose it's neither here nor anywhere to you that the Goldbergs are going to...
It is, I mean, it isn't. I mean, Dan, this really isn't the moment. You know I'm thinking about you. I love you, sweetheart, and I'll give you a call when I have some news. Promise. I've got to go now. I've got kind of a train to catch.
A train? Where are you off to now? This is crazy, Kate.
To tell you the truth, I've no idea. Love you, honey. You know that.
Kate!
Oh, Dan. By the way, how is the game audio compared to my mic audio? Because on OBS it shows them at about the same levels, but I can't really tell. Sounds fine. That's good.
It's me again,
Yeah,
Oscar.
hashtag girl boss.
Hello,
She don't need a
Kate
man.
Walker.
Why aren't we setting...
I must abide.
Don't...
Yeah, okay. Give me my ticket.
There you...
I can't.
I don't...
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate Walker.
If that's a joke...
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces in the luggage compartment that are designed to accommodate 2 very important objects. The train can only depart when they are in place. Please excuse me now. I must return to my departure preparation.
Oh,
For the luggage compartment. Shit that I have to put on here.
these shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
Have any. Okay. Really what I had to do. Train going.
Hello.
Don't think...
Come on.
There you are, Oscar.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Does this
and,
mean we
an
can leave
automaton.
now?
They don't like the word robot here, but
I don't...
I do not wish.
If that's a joke...
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces in the luggage.
Oh, I wouldn't want to break any rules.
that. Take it. Fuck it. I'm just gonna look it up. That's what I did earlier. Because there's a lot of kind of stuff that you have to do here. Give me just a second. Sometimes you just gotta take the L and look it up. Alright, so by the looks of it, sorry, I can't follow your link because if I do, then it's gonna kick me out of the game again. But maybe I've got something on my phone that I'm looking at. By the looks of it, I gotta leave here and go back to another building. Do something. Let's try that. I'm not going to horny jail, dumbass. This isn't the church. There was a church earlier, but alright. So go to the right of the room to an alcove behind a big armoire. Turn on the light, bulb. Talk to him about everything, specifically about mission and help. Back to the alcove. Look at beam on the wall. Oh, okay. Wow. Alright.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
You remember me, don't you? I'm Kate.
Draw mamas for Momo, please.
You must find me a bit rude turning up places uninvited where nobody knows who I am. See, it's kind of my job, you know, to get involved. But don't mind me. Just carry on with what you're doing.
Momo not mind. Anna kind. Never angry.
That's right. She won't be angry. Not now. Do you know if Anna came here often with Hans?
Momo want mama's picture. Like Hans' picture.
He's
Tell me, Momo. I met someone real interesting
they didn't say
in the
exactly
factory.
what's wrong with
A
him,
kind
but
of
he's
robot
slow.
called Oscar. Now, he told me about a train. Anna didn't tell you where it was going, did she?
Train! Train! Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Woo!
Momo, it's okay, it's okay.
Whoops. Okay, so now we're in the void. Wow.
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons.
Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like hands. Momo friend of automatons.
Tell me, Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna?
Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
Anna's fucking dead.
Tell me, Momo. I heard about a cave. You look like a smart little fellow. You wouldn't know where it is, would you?
Draw mammoth for Momo.
Okay, here's the deal. I draw you a mammoth, and you tell me about the cave, okay?
But first, draw mammoth for Momo.
I don't think it said how she died.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
She was just like really old, I think. How do we know she's dead? Well, they had a funeral for her.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
Climbing the void, of course. Now that we're out of the void. She kind of reminds me, the way she's dressed, I just thought of it. She kind of reminds me of Jane from Tarzan. He's a runner, he's a track star, yeah. That boy quick. I'm fast as fuck, boy. I gotta find out where he went. Here? Nope.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Moto isn't in the house. Oh, there it is. Now where? Follow Momo. Go down the ladder and back around the Vorberg house building, back to the fountain, go back to the... Follow Momo down to the left, past the notary's house, click on the gate, Momo will open it. Follow Momo through it, across the bridge, up the stairs, and through the woods. Go over a bridge, past a rotting boat. Ah, yes, back here, okay. Tried to go through this gate earlier and it didn't work. Each and week. I know, what's the guy from... I don't remember his name. Guy from Strawberry. Yeah, Ichigo. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong about that, but...
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
Momo come here often. Momo like make splash in water.
Good for you, Momo.
Why have you brought me here?
Mammoth doll in cave. Very important for hands, Anna say.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Momo not liar.
So you reckon the cave that Hans and Anna found is round here? You wouldn't know where it is exactly, would you?
Cave disappear. Anna say nobody find it. Disappear. Psst. Like magic.
Caves don't go disappearing like that. It must be hidden by something. That's all.
Tokyo Mew Mew? I
Momo
don't think
like
I've ever heard
playing
of that
hide and
one.
seek.
I'll have to look
I
it
think
up.
that's just as well. Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
Kind of like Sailor Moon. Thought about watching Sailor Moon a couple times. But...
I can't go that way.
Why not? It's like a foot of water. You could literally just splash through that. Bitch doesn't want to get her fucking boots wet.
It must be broken. I've got to get a helping hand here.
Cheese and automaton will short circuit. Maybe that's the twist.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Can you help me, please?
But being
What
a
do?
freeloader, yeah.
Help me open the dam.
Momo strong.
Well, then prove it. Nice job. Dumb shit. You broke it. And you're just gonna walk away.
That looks broken.
That looks broken. That looks broken. Hold on. Hold on. I got this. That looks broken. Hey, yo, bro, that sticky just broke off? That looks broken.
Bruh.
Alright, there we go. Alright, now the stick is broke.
That looks broken.
Yeah, because it is. Fucking thing back in there. Or not.
That looks broken.
Need some Gorilla Glue. Yeah, you fucking broke it. Shit.
Momo,
No,
Tell me,
not
Mo-
no.
Momo,
Care about the
can you
trick.
help me?
What do?
Help me.
Damn.
I'm broken.
Momo?
Yeah. Because you fucking broke it. Go back to Momo and click help. He'll try to push the device too, but breaks it. Go back to the rotting boat. Use the broken lever and click on the ore.
Ugh, that ore is all dirty and wet. Ugh,
Yeah.
that ore is all dirty and wet.
So what? I have to have Momo fucking come pick it up? That is so fucking... Oh my...
Momo, I've moved the ore nearer. Be a good boy and carry it for me?
Momo say yes.
Bruh.
NANI?!
Nani? You want to get those precious hands all dirty.
Momo, can you help me, please?
What do?
I need a hand opening the dam.
Momo say yes. Momo strong. Momo very strong.
Thank you, Momo.
Really, Shinji and the groomer lady? Pretty much. Except she hasn't promised. She hasn't promised anything to him yet. He did. Oh, he did.
Hello?
Kate? Is it you?
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
No. I talked to Lynn, who bumped into Josh when she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marston tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Farah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomy's. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250, 200?
$140. Just get yourself back here and I'll go down with you.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here. Look after yourself.
You too.
Yeah, I will.
Wow, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad the game just took 2 minutes away for literally nothing. Useless conversation. Alright, hopefully that's all I needed. But she got it on sale. She got a bargain on it. You only spent $140 on a top. Telling me you wouldn't spend $140 on a blue top? In 1999. Yeah. Well, you know. Talking to him again. $236. Go there. Here. Oh. Well. Now can we fucking leave?
It's me again.
Hello.
Kitty man.
Don't
Yeah.
think.
Okay. Take the train.
There you are.
I cannot accept.
Oh my
don't
god.
I do not wish.
If that's a joke,
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces.
oh, I would.
What else could I possibly need? This is kind of frustrating that it's taking this long just to get on a train. All the way back out of the church. Get to at the fountain, go left to the factory, go up the stairs to Anna's office, click the cabinet against the wall to use the battling voice cylinder. I already did. Train station. Train. Oh, I have to take the thing from the box? Okay. Enter the train and go into the compartment past. Put the mechanical toy on the pedestal in the middle. button that takes me out of the game. I did it. Follow.
It's me again, Oscar.
Hello.
Don't think.
Train ticket. Hey, can we finally
Right,
fucking
everything
now?
is in order then. The train is finally ready to leave.
I am most terribly embarrassed. Such ignorance on my part is inadmissible. I hope you still have confidence in my abilities, Kate Walker. Please return to your seat and we can leave.
Finally.
Yeah, fucking finally. You know, it took 3 hours a game. Alright.
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Barockstadt University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp. Oscar, we have a serious problem. How can we carry on our journey if this train doesn't want to budge? What are our options?
Every clock has its key, Kate Walker. Keep looking.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm gonna go see what I can find. Oscar?
In a while, Kate Walker.
Bruh. Hard look at. Got some birds. Well, if composition means anything, or whatever, if the way the camera is set up means anything, then I have to go up. But of course, she's scared of birds. Gotta go get like a fucking shotgun or something to get rid of the birds before I can go up the ladder.
I can't go that way.
Can't go that. Of course not. If you go that way, then it wouldn't have been a waste of my time to come down here. More mammoths.
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station. I've got to find a way of getting the train up here.
Why is everything so dead? Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess that's just the vibe they were going for.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker! Come over here, please! I have something to say to you!
Can't just shout it like you just did. Back down.
Yes, Oscar, what is it?
A message has arrived for you.
A message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now, sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
Everything okay, Oscar?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am awaiting your instructions.
Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose. You should take a look around the station, Oscar. It's amazing. Greenhouses that are all lit up, exotic trees, and thousands of birds of all different colors.
I am obliged to avoid exposing my wheelwork to corrosive bird excreta. I shall remain inside to monitor the locomotive.
Of course. Well, too bad for you. Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while.
Do the mission.
Everything okay?
Yes,
There's a winding machine further on down there, but we're going to have to shift the train 50 yards.
impossible, Kate Walker. Train Engineer's Instruction Manual, Chapter 3, Article 2. Once the springs are slack, the train cannot move.
The train cannot move by itself, Oscar. Only by itself. Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
Guessing I have to go to the since they wanted to see me. That's so saber-tooth tigers. What you want, bruh?
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine. Love those big round eyes.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me. Hello.
Hey, baby, you party?
Just who...
Hey. Hey.
Listen. No point. It's locked.
I can't go up this other set of stairs. I really have to talk to this.
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but...
This young mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
Yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
To tell you the truth, I don't know very much about mammoths, and I'm not here as a student. In fact, I'm a lawyer.
It's all right. Nobody is perfect. All the same, the study of the Pleistocene period is fascinating.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sorry to say my current mission is totally monopolizing my time. Another time, maybe.
Ah, that's what they all say. But anyway, let me present myself. I'm Cornelius Ponce, Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barhochstadt. I'm proud to say that I'm head of the Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you. It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter. I myself did my studies here and never left.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the university.
Oh, I see. You must have made a mistake on your enrollment form.
Oh, no, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
I'm not altogether sure. But you see, my train broke down coming into Barrackstadt station.
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a question for you. Do you know what the Proboscidean order is?
The Probo-whatian?
Ah, you see? There are gaps in your knowledge that need refreshing.
Yeah, but that what I just told you.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes. He kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there is only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mouth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
No, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent a story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry, all this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
Yes. I think I can believe that. At least I'm beginning to.
I think you're right. I think it's going to turn out to be Momo.
My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo. That's right. But, oh, I'm so foolish. I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much. I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Man said Goku. Pretty much. You're a non-facet saltus. Something. Hold on, I want. Where's my phone? Asia does not make. All right. We should have actually read that, but Bolt. Chewy. Am I gonna do a much?
Hello.
Shh, don't talk so loud.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering if you could help me.
Can't you see I'm very busy?
What are you looking for?
None of your business. Now, if you don't mind, I am trying to concentrate. I haven't got a lot of time left before Professor Pons's next tutorial.
Professor Pons, you say?
Would you mind working elsewhere, please?
About it.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
Oh, it's about the bird. Brightly bright something and new. Grapes.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Kate Walker.
Walker, haven't we already had a Miss Walker? Ethnology Masters, September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June 68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
Tradition, young lady.
Dude wants a trad
One
wife.
must always uphold tradition.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really.
Wearing
You mean
jeans
to
to an
say
exam.
you're not a student?
What a fucking loser.
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
No.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Well, too bad, because I...
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our
Bro,
university.
why I gotta sit here and talk to these fucking
Hans
nerds for like an
Vorarlberg.
hour?
I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Bruh.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
I feel like I
My
recognize...
assessment is
I
wholly
don't know.
accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen,
They're vampires.
gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from far-away, exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
Do you remember Alexander Valenbois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice, indeed. It must be said, the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
You wouldn't know if there is any Forest Sauvignon here in Barrackstadt, would you?
Absolutely.
When he says absolutely, he means, of course, absolutely none.
What we mean, of course, is that we are absolutely positive there is no Forest Sauvignon here in Barrackstadt.
Really? Are you sure? Because I read in a book that Barrackstadt possesses a number of plants.
Why is
I
she all of a
wouldn't mind getting a
sudden
hold of some if
pronouncing it
possible.
with an accent?
Out of the question, miss.
The assistant rector means to say that our priority is for you to remove your train from our station. Your research will have to wait until your next stop.
Yes, that's right. Your train must leave the station immediately, so please refrain from wasting our time in needless visitations.
Don't forget the regulations, miss. Don't forget them. Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. And quickly.
Hey, bro.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Telling me there's no. I feel like that. This kid got anything?
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barrackstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
I refuse.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you parked.
Just to...
Hey? Hey.
Listen, kid.
Just say. I have to. Egg here. Do I have anything to put in there?
This thing's
Bam. So I probably have to steal an egg from one of those birds. Put it in there. Hmm. Thing of interest here. Hmm. Probably have to go back to where the thing is. Take a look.
Hello.
You arrived by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from Valladolid.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today? Well,
Insightful.
Have you been the station master of Barokstadt for a long time?
I've never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
Well, you don't seem to know a lot. And about that train, it's gonna get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
In fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
Investigation, huh? Hey, you know, I'm just a station master. I don't know too much about anything.
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
See, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't. I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
It seems that your superiors object to the presence of my train in the station. Not exactly easygoing, are they?
Well, it's not that they're difficult to please, but I find that the less I have to do with them, the better things are. Get my drift? Birds, more peaceful than employers. And respect for the regulations. Now that brings peace of mind.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Barokstadt Ornithological Collection. Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly your typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back, and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
Worst thing is, cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store, big trouble. Well, I'm worried. Yep, worried.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
This dude's pretty sus.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
Got some kind of hook. Place is too weird. Yeah, they're all kind of shady. Alright, let's see what I can do down here. I have a hook now. Apparently I can't do anything. Hmm. Well, I have a hook. What's the hook for? Throw it at the book. I have to go get toy from the train. Got a lot of room in the jacket.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even Forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Barokstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you read, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your Professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barrockstadt, miss.
Actually,
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
I'll leave you...
Sorry?
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend. Huh?
Do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
found a Mac on her. What's up, Exter? How's it going?
What is it you want to know, miss?
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barrockstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here, and maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
On talk to rectors. They're
I'll
annoying.
leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Yes. Wrong door. Here we go.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barokstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barokstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barokstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barokstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do
Why so much
jumping
secrecy
to
about
some
wine?
hasty conclusions.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, you know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
Illegal winemaking at college.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Wouldn't want the authorities coming down on your berry boot. Growing grapes is highly illegal. In this reality, I guess.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Tell me about the
You
grape.
have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, you're honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
They could have just said we grow the plants for science reasons, but we don't make wine from them. All these college-educated people aren't smart enough to think on their feet.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you, miss.
I don't need that for the time being.
That bit.
Some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
Alright, so now I should finally be able to get those birds out of... Go up the ladder. Alright, birds are out of the way. Up the ladder we go. Walking up. Stupid fruit was the way to get the birds out of the way. Yeah, that's what it said in the book. The book I picked up in the library said
Possible to reach it.
said that berries were what they eat. Now I have an egg. Go put that egg in the weights at the university.
Miss, please, excuse me.
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine. Markstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Thanks for the illegal wine, bro. Back to the university, back to the scales, so I can put the dumb egg on there, go through and do it for... Egg, lamb. Even, let me in. going down. I don't know why they had to give eyes like that. It's kind of weird, bro. And they give them holes for eyes. Probably have to. Those nerds, the wine. They're so obsessed with.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little...
But...
A couple...
Heard this earlier. Oops. Wrong button. Now we're sort.
Here we are, busy...
All right.
Thank you.
And gentlemen,
A little...
They are...
Nor...
can you...
Miss...
We cannot
If you...
excuse...
Indeed, the situation...
A train...
that idea of the station...
It's the...
It can...
Do you...
Abs...
A point...
Oh,
I haven't...
Walk...
perfect.
Pure...
Trent...
Supposed to be able to talk to them.
Here we are.
Oh, thank you.
And...
What is it you want to know, miss?
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
You told me earlier about a lecture on some ancient Siberian tribe. called the Ooks or something?
The Yukals, my dear. Careful not to confuse them with the Ukistran people of Central Asia.
Do excuse me. I wanted to know if your lecture is going to start soon.
Your eagerness to learn delights me, my dear. But I haven't finished studying this marvelous mammoth effigy yet. Don't worry, I will call you. See you later.
What would you say about... Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of
Oh, no.
Said all this.
My train stopped the Amazon. Thank you. I'll leave.
Sorry.
It's a lie. Powder wine and what's the rector? Option then.
They are...
No.
You see, I...
No, you have...
But... we...
Here we are all...
And...
Maybe I have to give the wine to this guy.
Hello.
Hey,
Just...
hey.
Listen.
Sorry. Look. Can go in. Can't give that. What do I do now? Hmm. Should be an op. Talk about money with director.
Gentlemen,
A little.
They are
Nor
I haven't.
perfect.
pure.
You.
No, you have
But
a cup.
we
Can you?
miss.
We can. If.
Does the.
Free?
My
What about my.
No, no.
what?
The.
You mean
Jen.
Excuse.
In. Here we are.
all right?
Thank you.
And thank.
Hmm. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna take a little bit of time away for a second and try to figure out what I did wrong. Head back inside the tree. And on the right, out to the bar. Should be some people at the train on a bar.
That looks broken. I need a key.
Can't do anything.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, "Hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?"
I just met with the university rectors, and they ordered me to remove my train out of their station. I mean, it's a total joke. How do you remove a train that can't move in the first place? You don't have any ideas, do you?
We know nothing of train. You up your own creek.
Your generosity warms my heart. I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Por qué no? More money for that werk.
Da, it's possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150? I don't have that much.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you $75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. I'll leave you to it. I won't disturb you again.
До свидания.
How many languages do you guys speak? Alright, so now I should be able. So much back and forth in this. Okay. Now I can talk to them about.
They are.
No.
Some sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Let me think about this.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. You are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barrackstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
Here we are, busy.
Oh, thank you.
And
Alright. Now to go pay the barge people. fucking statue. The statues that weren't working, but they're already playing. Problem. Talk to him. Since it's already up and running.
Nor
Gentlemen,
the band.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
We agreed to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
And while we're on the subject,
$100.
when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible. Here
and
all right. So I guess I just robot the automaton thing early. I just had to talk to him again to get him to recognize that I did it. Now I can go pay the barge people. Money.
there you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there. Thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman. I'm not the only one around here. We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you. Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vad pensinos esto, di kleine madam. No se saye mar alles non comprendo, en allora kaput, en andere bordel. Zirs var moi. On boom telefonieren, kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput. Now that is annoying. What are you gonna do next? We wait repairman. Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism. Take key. Sailor always need key for lock. Okay, thanks.
I have a key. Good, because they're locked. That now.
Hello?
Kay, how's my little baby girl? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie, and he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Ma. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
Phone calls are pointless. So? What's the code? I'll leave the stream going probably just long enough to finish the boat and then probably shut down.
Hey there!
Good.
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Godverdomme. Das ist eine echte ladies. Alle trois, rangez alle Dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, c'est content on route again.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up! We hurry to travel again.
Okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Back to the console. All right. Can't go that. Okay.
Hey there! On the boat! What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle Takatak, loco coco mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Hop, catch it up.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing. Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukos at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Just get on the train. Be too easy. University.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson. My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yukol's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yukol people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukols learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukol shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yukol's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukols were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukol's traditional lifestyle. Since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yukol population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this.
Yeah, probably find some mammoths.
Some Yukols have lost their tribal
I don't think that's going to be till really late in the game. Probably
into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard
At least
to
that's what I would think.
reestablish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukols have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Over to his lab. There's the mammoth. Talk to him.
Professor, it's me. I've come to pick up the mammoth doll.
The doll is waiting for you there, Miss Walker. Please take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'm beginning to get quite attached to it myself. Can I trouble you just a little longer?
With pleasure, Kate. I'm all ears.
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You were right. The subject is absolutely fascinating. I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
What you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my dear. But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Vorarlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukels being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones.
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukos, or what is left of them today.
Thanks, bro.
I'll leave you in...
Sorry?
Oh shit, I didn't get...
What? Sorry?
Keep button.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrackstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar's an automaton created by Mr. Varlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
Yeah, he's
Hell
kind
with
of
your
a
mission. I don't know why you
kind of a
accepted it
beta,
in the
not
first
gonna lie.
place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you calm down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
Calls her up, bitches to her. Alright, no, call me back when you're calmed down. Taken. I don't want to watch.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Good, let's go.
Oscar, if you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
Everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker. We are leaving.
I'll... Okay...
Yeah, thank God. No more fucking scavenger hunting just to move the train. Wow.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, Don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Bruh.
Oscar, don't you think we've wasted enough time already?
You neglected to find the clockwork winding mechanism for the train with sufficient haste, Kate Walker.
What nerve! And you refused to lend a helping hand. Help that could have been invaluable to me.
I agree, Kate Walker.
If you weren't so obsessed by procedure, we wouldn't have had a hitch.
I am not entirely convinced, Kate Walker.
Oscar, please, let's get in the train and leave, can we?
That is a
Yes,
huge
Kate
bruh
Walker.
moment.
Give me the
Every
visa.
fucking time I talk to this robot,
Okay, see you
it's
later,
a
Oscar.
bruh moment.
Yes, Kate Walker.
No point. It's locked. Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it, it's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top. Things got a bit heated the last time we called, that's all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be Miss Melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down in the dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down in the dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead and his eyes mist up and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. It's just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try.
Fuck Dan.
No point. It's locked.
Ah, yes. Classic.
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border Post, at your service, madam.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed. This responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
And why not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous? What exactly do you mean, Captain?
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army, and he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant. He knows that I know he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
Don't mind me if I retire, Captain.
Please, madam. My respects.
How strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain. That poor captain must have really bad eyesight. Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt border post, at your service, madam.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east.
Indeed.
And why not?
It's far too...
Captain, I can assure you that your enemy horseman is in fact simply a dead tree.
A tree? But that's totally ridiculous. I can tell you have never seen a Cossack before in your life.
How long has this Cossack been spying on your wall?
For a long time. Yes, a very long time. But they could attack at any moment. We simply cannot tell.
And he's been in the same position the whole time?
Cossacks are soldiers, miss. They're capable of great resistance and persistence in the face of adversity.
Don't mind me if I retire, Captain.
Please.
Colonel, sir.
Captain, miss.
But you have the air of a great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
Well, perhaps just a drop.
Gonna get wasted.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours, miss. It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barkstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Please, don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. the enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain. Give it a try.
So be it. I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous. Incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes after all.
A tree. Nothing but a dead tree.
Pull yourself together, Captain. It's okay. And now I suppose there's nothing stopping you from issuing me a visa?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
Document authorizes findings to pass through on the ramp. Journeys into territories of certain date hazardous. Consequence: authorities cannot guarantee the safety of the traveler in the event of.
Thank you, Captain. And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
You have my promise, Captain.
Order, yeah. Stepped away for a bit. You're all good. Oh, what? What? No. No. Crashed. The game. Oh my god. I just lost all that progress. Bro, if I just lost all that progress. Oh my god. I'm back in the first train station. I just lost all the fucking progress I made. All of today is gone because the game crashed and I didn't save it. Bro, that was not even me trying to make a joke. I just that was like almost 7 hours of gameplay I just lost. Okay, well, on that note, I'm shutting the stream down. I'm gonna install Life is Strange, and that'll be tomorrow's stream, and I may or may not play that to the point where I was to try and stream the rest of it, because even though it's kind of a piece of shit, I was kind of having fun with it, but Um, that's okay. Yeah. There's a VOD, so if anyone wants to watch parts they didn't see or whatever, or clip me getting fucked out of 7 hours of gameplay, there's a VOD for it. So go ahead. But that's the stream for tonight. I'll download Life is Strange and stream it tomorrow. So thanks for coming out.